Confidence isn't something that you're born with, it's a skill that you learn and build over time. I believe confidence is also multidimensional. It shows up differently in different facets of your life. So you may be confident, for example, in your career, but maybe in terms of love, you're not so confident. So there are different areas in your life where you can be confident and others where you can be insecure. Today, in this video, I'm going to be sharing how I became confident in all areas of my life. My name is Allie, and on this channel, I talk about manifestation and self-development. So if you'd like to work with me, my links are in the description below. So confidence for me, how I define it is that it's a self-trust. It's self-trust that everything's going to work out for you. And even if you don't know the way or if you don't know the right thing to do, you're going to figure it out. That's what confidence means for me, having that inner knowing and knowing that you're enough no matter what. It means that even if you do doubt, even if you do fail, you trust that you're going to figure it out in the end. That's what confidence means to me, and I feel like I have built confidence in every area of my life thus far, just from life experience. So I'm going to be sharing those experiences with you. So first I'll go over physical confidence. In terms of physical confidence, I had none when I was in high school. I actually had an eating disorder, and I would control how much I ate, and I never thought I was enough in terms of how I looked or my body weight or anything like that. So I always tried to control everything, control, how much I ate, control how I looked, control how much I weighed. And it took a huge toll on my mental health. I just didn't feel enough in any regard in terms of physical confidence. I would look at these models on Instagram or on Tumblr back then, and I would think like, oh, if I only looked like them, I would be happy and I would be satisfied, I would be enough. But that never happened, even though like I would get smaller and I would accomplish the goal that I wanted in my brain, of like how much to weigh. It never was enough. I always wanted to lose more weight. I always wanted to change something else. It was never enough. I just wasn't happy with who I was and who I am. What really helped was just accepting myself and my body with where it was at and realizing that I am enough. And it really was a process. It took a lot of time to get there. I don't think that it's something that is going to change overnight if you are struggling with something like an eating disorder. So it took time. For me, I slowly started feeding my body more and more food. I would increase my calorie intake every day slowly. So I took baby steps in order to get to the point where I am now, where I have a healthy relationship with food. And even though I'm not as small as I used to be, I still love my body and I've accepted where it's at. And I don't necessarily restrict myself anymore. Are there things that I could probably improve on in terms of like healthy eating? Yeah, probably. But I'm not like so restrictive on myself. I love myself. I love my body. I love what it can do. And I'm happy with where I'm at now. Also, in terms of like food, I just see it as a way, as it's a source of pleasure. I enjoy eating. I enjoy trying new food. And I enjoy feeding myself in order to nourish myself and give myself the energy to do the things that I love. I really love dancing, and so if I was restricting my calorie intake, I don't think I would be able to perform at the level that I do now. So that also comes into mind when I think about eating. So I think that that has a big factor on how I've improved my physical confidence. I also tell myself in the mirror every day that I look pretty, that I'm beautiful, that I'm cute. And it might sound cringe and weird at first, but it does help. It really helped my self-talk. It helped me build a better relationship with myself and how I look like. I also stopped comparing myself to others. I mentioned earlier that I would look at these models and I would think like, oh, if I only looked like them. But now I do appreciate other women's beauty, but I appreciate my own beauty as well. And I realized that there's nothing to compare. And if I do feel like I'm in that space, I will probably take a break from it, take a break from even social media. I think that's a good thing to do if it really does affect you. Next, I'm going to be talking about social confidence. Um, I had literally no social confidence growing up either because I was born into a family that was pretty extreme. We come from a very traditional background. I think it was just a cultural thing where my family didn't allow me to do a lot of things. They were very overprotective, and so they never really let me experience life. And I feel like that hindered my social confidence. I wasn't allowed to be involved in like extracurricular activities. I wasn't allowed to go to dances or anything like that, like school dances. I wasn't allowed to go to sleepovers or really like hang out with a lot of people. I feel like, in terms of my growing up, I felt like I was grounded, like grounded, not really grounded, but like grounded in the sense that I wasn't allowed to do anything. I was just sheltered to like the extreme. And so, if I can improve my social confidence, I know that you can too, because coming from those circumstances, I feel like are very extreme. And most people don't come from those circumstances. So, if I can do it, you can do it too. The way that I worked on my social confidence, it really was a thing over time as well. It didn't happen overnight. But the first thing that really helped actually was working, which I know sounds weird, but I worked a customer service job, and that really helped me because I was talking to customers, I was talking to my coworkers, I was getting more experience with just socializing with people just by working. That really helped me a lot. So, if you are struggling with social confidence, maybe getting a part time job or even volunteering and just putting yourself out there would help. And another way that I built on my social confidence is just by realizing that everyone is probably going through something and they're not really judging you as harshly as you think that they are. I think everyone is just in their own little world and they're trying to navigate it as best that they can. And so keeping that in mind is helpful to know that they're not judging you as harshly as you think they probably are. I also want to mention that environment really does affect your social confidence as well. I mentioned my past and how I grew up. Being in that environment, it hindered my social confidence. And so, if you're in a similar environment or an environment that doesn't allow you to grow and flourish, I would recommend trying to get out of that environment as soon as possible and placing yourself into another environment where you have that opportunity to grow and have a positive impact on your life. Another thing that helped my social confidence is just growing my positive self talk. I used to think very lowly of myself. I was very insecure. I didn't think I was worth anything. I saw others as more worthy than myself. And so, working through these beliefs also helped me with my social confidence because if I didn't see value in myself, how are others going to see value in me? I need to first pour into me and pour into my value and realize my own value and worth and love myself in order for others to also do the same. So I did that, and people mirrored it back to me. Once I started really working on myself, others also reflected back to me the love, the energy that I wanted. The next area that I want to explore is mental confidence. And for me, mental confidence just means that you're trusting yourself, that you are going to figure things out even when things get difficult. And you're having confidence in yourself that you will do the thing that you're going to do. And for me, the only thing that really helped this area was when you make promises to yourself, are you going to keep them? Even the small things. Like if you say like every day I'm going to go on a 30-minute walk. Are you following through on that? If you're not, then you're showing to yourself that you don't follow through on your promises. And that is affecting your confidence. That is affecting your self trust. So I feel like, in terms of mental confidence, the most important thing is to follow through on your promises. Also, doing hard things helps with mental confidence. So if you are wanting to, for example, start a business, but something's stopping you, you're procrastinating. Instead of procrastinating, just do the thing, do the hard thing, and that's going to definitely help your mental confidence, because once you tackle that and go through these obstacles and you show yourself that I can do hard things, I can do this, and you get through to the other side, it's definitely going to boost your confidence and show you and show yourself that you can do it. And the next area that I wanted to explore is emotional confidence. I think emotional confidence is just feeling at peace with yourself and with your emotions, and allowing emotions to come up without trying to suppress them and being just okay with any emotion that comes up. And for me, this is the most hardest area, I think, because even I struggle with this even to this day, but I do think I've made a lot of improvements because growing up, I did not have a safe space to share my emotions. I was kind of just told to suppress them, to not show them. You know, if I cried, like, why are you crying? That sort of thing. Like, it was seen as weakness. It wasn't seen as strength. And so it was harder for me to allow my emotions. I was just so used to suppressing them. So for me, what helped a lot was just telling myself that these emotions are okay. They're not going to harm me. These are okay. And a way that I help to release emotions, for example, is through journaling. I have a brain dump journal where I just write everything that I'm feeling, and I do this without judgment. I don't hold anything back. I just free write everything that I'm going through, free write every emotion that I may be going through. And I don't allow this to say anything about me because emotions are temporary, they're fleeting, and they pass by very quickly. So I just allow the emotion to come in and ride through me and just let it pass. So just keep on showing up for yourself every time that you make a decision that moves towards your confidence, that is building your confidence. And even if you don't see the progress right away, you're going to see it in hindsight. That's usually how it works for me too. It doesn't seem like anything's changing, but then you look back a couple years later and you're like, "Oh yeah, that did change. I do feel better now. I do feel more confident." So to end, I just want to let you know that confidence is a journey. It's not something that you have and then you're forever going to feel confident. That's not the case. You're going to have bad days and bad weeks, but that's okay. It is a journey and it's not linear. Sometimes you're gonna have, up days and then down days. It's like more like more like a wave. So if this resonated with you, if this helped you, please let me know down in the comments below. I do offer one-on-one coaching as well as a couple of courses down in the description. So if you'd like to work with me, my links are in the description below. I love you guys. Until next time. Bye.